Hello and a very warm welcome to yet another fascinating edition of the program CSE Weekly, a weekly program that keeps you abreast on the activities and achievements of the Corporate Affairs Commission. My name is Rashid Mahi. Coming up, Service Optimization, RGCSE visit Malaysia Companies Commission. Focus on the company's registration portal CRP. Plus, Port Harcourt office teams up with River State government to boost the MSME sector. We will be right back.
Are you a POS operator in Nigeria? Then listen to this announcement.
Registration with Corporate Affairs Commission is mandatory to all sole agent, super agent.
That is why the CAC took steps to make it easy for you. It is now as simple as ABC, with a process designed by the CAC to work seamlessly without taking so much of your time.
These are hard-working CAC staff dedicated to entertain applications from the fintechs through the various APIs granted to them from their respective platform for ease of doing business in Nigeria.
And you can be happy too by trying this simple to use platform. There is, however, a penalty for failure to comply. Banks are mandated to freeze your accounts for operating illegal businesses in Nigeria. There's also a deadline of just 2 months to regularize your POS business. Register now and ensure your business is safe. Visit the CAC website at www.cac.gov.ng. CAC, committed to prompt and efficient service.
Welcome back. We flag up with a peer learning experience as the Registrar General of Corporate Affairs Commission, Hussein Ishaq Magaji, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, has renewed his commitment to speed up the process of making it attain a world-class status. Hussein Ishaq Magaji stated this in Kuala Lumpur when he led a CAC delegation on a familiarization visit to the company's Commission of Malaysia. Magaji and his team were briefed on the operations of the company's commission by Datuk Noor Azima Abdulaziz, Chief Executive Officer and Registrar of the Commission. During the meeting, the duo shared their experiences regarding operational procedures and challenges with a view to improving efficiency. Currently, a minimum of 10 minutes is required to register a company in Malaysia, a feat Hussein Ishaq Magaji is committed to replicating in Nigeria in line with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's renewed hope agenda. CSE Weekly reports that in 2020, Malaysia beat 178 countries to emerge number 12 in the World Bank's Ease of Doing Business Index, thereby positioning itself as one of the most conducive places on earth to do business. The Companies Commission of Malaysia operates based on the provisions of its act enacted in 2001 and is under the supervision of Ministry of Domestic Trade and Consumer Affairs. We say best of luck to the CAC as it continues to make progress towards implementing far-reaching reforms to render world-class services. Let's now return to our shows and head straight to Port Harcourt, where the CAC is gaining more attention recently. The Corporate Affairs Commission recently had an opportunity to upscale its partnership with the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission, ICPC. This development came during a visit by the ICPC's South-South head to the Commission. The team was received by the CAC Port Harcourt Nodal Head, Mr. Emmanuel Enya, who appealed for greater synergy between the two agencies. Discussions centered on the need to enlighten members of the public about fraud-free business environment and create more awareness on the programs and functions of both agencies. The ICPC team commended the management and staff of the CAC for their commitment towards sanitizing the business environment to prevent fraudulent activities, amongst others. Meanwhile, the Corporate Affairs Commission recently graced the inauguration of the Rivers State Council on Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises, MSMEs, by SMEDAN and the Rivers State Government. Emmanuel Enyang, head of Port Harcourt Nodal Office, led a team to the event tagged Creating a Public-Private Dialogue platform that will deliver optimal benefits for MSMEs development. Thumbs up to the hard-working Emmanuel Enyang, head of Port Harcourt Nodal Office. Now moving on, let's cross over to our interview segment. Are you a frequent user of the company's registration portal, CRP? Or are you interested in knowing its dynamics? Please join Mr. Obeta Ambrose Chunweke, Director Information and Communications Technology, for the concluding part of our focus on the operations of the company's registration portal, CRP. Sit back, relax, and enjoy watching.
But we've always told our partners and that once your system impacts on ours, please try as much as you can to reduce it to minutes. You know, resolution of issues should be minutes. Should be minutes.
It shouldn't take time.
No, it shouldn't take time.
Okay.
But sometimes, because virtually all online systems run on internet. In fact, the essence of online system is internet. Okay? And you and I know that internet is not produced in Nigeria.
Okay.
So all of us, whether it is the payment gateway or whether it is the CRP, we all use internet. And sometimes the providers of this internet service are major carriers. So even if you go to other ISPs, some of them rely on those major carriers. And sometimes you discover that hoodlums vandalize some of these facilities, especially fiber cables. Very often we hear about fiber cuts. Some go under the ports to cut fibers, and that cut has to be traced and then fixed.
So it takes time.
Yes, sometimes. But what we have tried to do is to find a failover, not depending on one single source, point of failure, as it were. So in the commission here, I can talk about the one we have in the commission.
So which one do you have?
Here in the commission, we have different platforms. We're not relying on one source of internet, no.
Okay.
Yes, we don't. In fact, we have about 3 here.
So you switch?
We switch instantly, yes, instantly.
Okay.
But that's the commission. Some of these other persons that we depend on, for instance, I don't know what they have there. So we have tried to also tell them that, look, if you must integrate with us, then your failure should not impact majorly on our operations. Because, for instance, the payment, if you don't pay, the system will not give you service. For all the services that need payment, except the system recognizes that payment has made and the commission has ended that payment, you will not be given the service. There won't be high shake. So the system will not pass control to you to be able to continue. So that's why that platform, payment platform, is very, very important to us.
Okay. Let's go to what are some of the challenges that the commission faced with the CRP since inception?
Well, as I said, there's no perfect system.
But I know it's not a smooth ride as well.
Yeah, indeed, it has not been. Of course, that, as I said, we don't have control over everything that makes this online system to run. So the ones that we have control over, we've tried as much as we can to make sure their uptime is 99.9%.
So which ones are those?
Yeah, for instance,
ones that you have control over and that you're able to address.
Yes. For instance, our server must be run up on 24/7, 360 days. We don't have public holidays here. We don't have weekends. So every day, every hour, every minute, our system is up and running. You cannot talk about the CRP being down, as it were. No. But sometimes you could have a module or a process having issues, all right? Because it's not a static system. We'll try to upgrade, and then we'll get feedbacks from customers, and then we'll try to refine the system to make it much more user-friendly. Sometimes when we do, you discover that maybe in the process of tidying it up, there is a bit of rollback, you know, and so when our attention is drawn to it, we go back again and refine and come back to what it is. Then majorly, power, electricity is a big problem. The cost of running this online system has tripled, if not quadrupled, because of electricity. So for you to run an online system 24/7, there must be constant supply of electricity. You and I live in a climate where this is very difficult to achieve. So we may have to rely on other sources of electricity, and that is coming at a huge cost to the Commission. And of course, you know what the country is today in terms of the money is not just there. So we really have to tighten our belts to make sure that this system is up and running. So that's a big challenge to us. As also said, virtually everything that you need to support this system, the costs have also increased, whether it is internet, as well the cost of. If you need to upgrade the servers, system resources, in terms of memory, processor, and so on and so forth, the costs have also tripled. So these are some of the challenges that we have. And that means that sometimes we are slowed down by the absence of the required resources to be able to do what we needed to do. Most importantly, when we first launched the community registration portal, we sized the system. We expected that at a particular time, between the time of the launch and now, this is the size of storage that we need.
Okay.
All right? And then so number of persons can use the system concurrently. That's at the same time. And then we did those sizings. But it appeared to us later that, the system has been so embraced by people that all our calculations have been rendered, for the want of a better word to use, invalid now, because the storage has tripled. The requirement for memory.
You didn't envisage that in your planning?
No, we had a plan.
Okay.
We had a plan. But again, take for instance, recently there was this call by the Commission that
point of money, the POS.
Yes, POS, point of sale operators should. You understand?
Yes.
Okay.
There are millions.
You understand?
But that also means more money for the Commission.
We'll just get to. And then, no, not compared to what we use to maintain the systems, because there's government policy on ease of doing business. So we're not just allowed to charge as much as we can to support the operations of the Commission.
So are you saying the money that's going to be generated from POS operators will not be able, to maintain the system?
No. You see, the cost of running this system, running an online system 24/7, 365 days, sorry. Of course, you understand.
Of course, I know.
So we're saying that if the Commission were to be allowed to charge,
you won't charge
for
what
the cost,
you're charging
no,
now.
certainly, because it doesn't.
You will also triple your charges.
No, we may not necessarily triple.
Okay.
But at least reasonable charges that we can be able to support the cost of running the system. But we're tied. Our hands are tied by.
But isn't it obvious that as costs keep increasing, the Commission might have no choice than to also increase its own levies and as well as other costs?
Well, I think the Commission is, that's left for the management to talk about now. But to the best of my knowledge, I know that government is listening to the Commission, And I know that in no distant time, some of these issues will be addressed in terms of. So the POS and most universities now have been coming to the commission to say, oh, our graduating students, we want to be able to give them, at the point of graduation, they should be able to have
Their own company.
a company is already registered.
Okay.
Entrepreneurial
That's part of the
cause-
entrepreneurial drive.
drive, you know,
Yeah,
understand?
yeah.
So these are some of the things that are also coming in now. And then again, the main fact that the system is designed in such a way that individuals can register their own companies without necessarily going through agents or third parties, you know. So who the complaint have been issued that asks for very high charges. So it has also made the system the requirements of the system to also expand.
Okay.
So more persons are beginning to understand. And then government incentives to startups and
It's also
entrepreneurs.
adding up numbers.
Yes, it's already adding up the numbers.
Okay.
You understand? So because the government has been so kind to dole out incentives to businesses.
Okay.
So, but pursuant upon registration and so on and so forth,
Okay.
that has also helped to grow the
So that means more upgrade
yeah.
for your system.
Exactly.
And more innovation
Certainly.
to accommodate entrance.
Certainly.
All right. As we round up, the commission did say it's going to explore the AI, the artificial intelligence, to make it, services much easier, and to catch up with the 21st century trend. Where are we as far as the artificial intelligence is concerned?
Yes, artificial intelligence has always been there with us.
Oh, okay.
For
how long?
But yes, very early in the 50s, artificial intelligence has always been there.
With the commission? Or
No,
with
not the
Nigeria?
commission.
Okay.
Not the commission.
All right.
Yeah. But there's a bit of artificial intelligence even in our online system already. Because what is artificial intelligence in the first instance? It's just about making machines to be able to have the kind of intelligence that humans ordinarily have, okay? Using data that is there already.
Imputed data.
Yes, you know, to be able to reason like human beings.
Yes.
Teaching machines to be able to do what human beings ordinarily would do. That's exactly what it is in a simple way. So the commission on its part, when we first launched CRP, there was a bit of artificial intelligence in it. Because when you apply for a name reservation, you want to float a company, you apply for name reservation. In the local parlance here, we call it availability search. So you are expected to submit 2 names, and then the commission will go through those names and approve or reject the name based on the fact that there are similar names that have already been registered. Now, our system was thought to show the level of similarity between an existing company and the one that is about to be registered. It's there already. So the system could tell you, oh, there's 60% match with an existing name, okay? On the basis of which the approving officer can then take a decision in order to approve the name or reject it. He can tell you, no, it's just 30% match, 20%, or 80%. Okay, based on our rules, if it gets to a particular threshold, then the system, the approving officer ought not to approve that name.
Okay.
So, but most importantly now, artificial intelligence that the commission is talking about, in such a way that human intervention in the registration process will be reduced to a bearable minimum. In other words, computer system will be taught to be able to do those things that the human persons do here in the registration process, such that there will be less intervention by humans. And we're actually doing that. That's in the next level that we're headed, as far as the commission is. And we're trying to do that now, especially on mobile devices. Because what we run currently is a web application.
Okay.
Web application. So we're moving on to mobile devices, such that with your handheld device, you can...
So you want to have your own app?
Yes, that's exactly what is.
Yeah.
So it will be there, So when you just go to the Play Store, you download it on your handheld device,
Okay.
and anywhere you are, you can do the operations that require CRP
Okay.
without necessarily having to go on your desktop.
Okay.
Laptop, yeah.
All right. I know there are so many issues, but I'm afraid we just have to leave it here. In the future, we will come back and explore, the application, the app device, the one we can download from Play Store, and so many other innovations that as the Commission rolls them out. Sir.
You mean the time is over?
Of course. Yes.
Oh, all right. All right. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
I can see you are enjoying the discussion.
No, because online is the way to go.
Okay.
And I thank God that I'm part of this process.
All right, sir.
Thank you very much for.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for that informative segment, Mr. Obeta. Now take a look at this message on the importance of the filing of persons with significant control from the desk of the Registrar General.
Did you know that it is now mandatory by law for companies to declare all persons with significant control of ownership of company to the Corporate Affairs Commission (CAC)? Listen to the Registrar General of the CAC.
By the extant regulation in Nigeria, the identity of the person behind any company must be disclosed.
By virtue of Section 119 and 791 of the Companies and Allied Matters Act of 2020 and the Person with Significant Control Regulations of 2022, the law aims to enhance transparency in corporate ownership across Nigeria.
Any person or any individual with ultimate power or with 5% interest holding must disclose his identity.
Under this law, any company that fails to disclose the beneficial owner of its company or the ultimate person in the company who has influence either directly or indirectly, or the person with 5% shareholding and above or voting rights may face serious consequences.
The law required that any person who assumed that position must disclose that position to that company within 7 days. And the company must communicate same and file same to the Corporate Affairs Commission within 30 days.
The identity of the beneficial owner must be a name of a natural person. Failure to comply attracts daily penalties imposed by law.
If it is a natural person, it attracts 5,000 daily from the date of breach. But if it is a unnatural person, it requires 10,000 from the day of the breach to the day of compliance, and it also attracts administrative penalties by the Corporate Affairs Commission.
The CAC reserves the right to refuse to receive any filings from any non-compliant company or even to list the company from its register. For more details, check the Person with Significant Control website at bor.cac.gov.ng or visit the Corporate Affairs Commission's official website at www.cac.gov.ng. CAC, committed to prompt and efficient service.
What a wonderful delivery there by the RG. And now, do you know that by the provisions of Section 421, subsection 1 of CAMA 2020, the annual return of a company limited by shares or guarantee or unlimited shall be completed, signed, and delivered to the Corporate Affairs Commission not later than 42 days after the annual general meeting for the year? So have you updated your records with the CAC? Well done if you have. And if you have yet to do that, please hurry now to www.csc.gov.ng to file your return to avoid being struck off. The CAC remains committed to working hard to provide prompt and efficient service to customers in line with global best practices.
Attention, business owners. Did you know that failing to file your annual return can put your company at risk? In Nigeria, the Company and Allied Matters Act 2020 requires all registered entities to submit their annual return to the Corporate Affairs Commission (CAC) or face serious consequences. The listing, striking of the CAC register, these are not just empty threats. They are real risks that can strip you of your business license, cutting off access to government activities, support, subventions, and crucial post-incorporation services. The law is clear. Annual returns are mandatory for the continued recognition of your business as a legal entity. Act now. Good news! Filing your annual return has never been easier. Introducing the CAC online portal, your convenient, efficient, and accessible solution to fulfill your annual return obligations. File your annual return online through the CAC portal today. CAC, committed to prompt and efficient service.
And that does it for this week's edition of the program CAC Weekly. We do hope you enjoyed watching. For comments and inquiries, please take advantage of our social media handles and helpline. On Instagram is Corporate Affairs Commission. Facebook, our address is Corporate Affairs Commission. On X, formerly Twitter, is @CAC Nigeria 1. Email service is cservice@cac.gov.ng. And the website address remains www.cac.gov.ng. Call center number is 070-8062-9000. Do join us next week for another interesting edition of the program, same time, same station. From me, Rashid Mahe, and the whole team is bye for now.